Yeah. And I think he's relatively comfortable with that argument. I mean, I think he thinks politically this is okay, that Americans aren't going to be upset about whacking bad guys, as he would put it. But imagine in your city where you live, and there was a house down the block that was known to be occupied by people who were selling drugs, or thought to be occupied by people selling drugs because they haven't been convicted of anything. And the police, instead of raiding the house and arresting the people, used a bomb and blew up the house. Right? That's what we're talking about here. The fact that it happens in international waters doesn't change the facts that we are using, as Susan said, lethal force against people who haven't been convicted of anything, who do not pose an imminent threat under the traditional interpretation that people have used in the law of war.
And if I could just add, if you're interested in going after the drug problem in that part of the world, we've already heard from our allies that they're afraid to share intelligence because of the way that we're conducting these strikes. That these strikes potentially are hurting the kind of intelligence sharing and cooperation you need to really get at these root problems and develop the response such that you're actually stopping drugs from coming through. The administration hasn't demonstrated why these particular boats are headed towards the United States. They certainly don't have the fuel or capability. All indications are that many of them are actually bound towards Europe. And by violating potentially the laws of armed conflict, we're also putting our own troops in harm's way. Imagine, for example, U.S. troops are operating off the shores of Iran, and a ship is struck, and our sailors are holding on to life. And Iran decides that, in the absence of the rules, that they can go after our sailors.
I mean, they might do that anyway, to be fair.
Fair, but we have we not made it easier when we're sort of eliminating the expectation of a sort of a rule-based order by saying these rules don't apply, or that we can redefine what it means to be out of combat.
Right, and obviously it's worth noting that Americans in other wars have gone to prison for violating the rules that we're talking about. Whether Russians, Chinese, Iranians, North Koreans do is another question entirely, but we're not Russia, China, North Korea,
and in
or
fact,
Iran.
One of the main precedents, Jeff, goes back to World War II and Nazi Germany. And, you know, the Germans engaging in this conduct that we consider to be reprehensible and outside the laws of war when it came to our sailors.
Right. Right. Nancy, let me, in the minute we have left, let me ask you this question, a political question. Pete Hegseth causes a lot of headaches for the Trump administration, for their political operation. How long does he hang on? Why does Trump hang on to him?
We've heard that he likes him personally, and the president. And what Pete Hegseth allows the president to do is to do these kinds of things with minimal questioning and pushback. He has had an experience in the past under the first administration of a Pentagon that pushed back on the very things he wanted to do. Of all the problems he faces from Pete Hegseth, that's not one of them.
Right. Any chance that we're seeing the end of the reign of Pete Hegseth soon?
I think you're seeing growing impatience because, as you point out, lots of problems and not as many solutions.
Right. Well, it's a fascinating conversation. I have a feeling we'll be revisiting this. Thank you very much for the fascinating conversation. We are going to have to leave it there for now. I want to thank our guests for joining me, and I want to thank you at home for watching us. For more on Secretary Hegseth's interesting week, please visit theatlantic.com. I'm Jeffrey Goldberg. Good night from Washington.
Consumer Cellular.
Certified financial planner professionals are proud to support Washington Week with The Atlantic. CFP professionals are committed to acting in their clients' best interest. More information at letsmakeaplan.org.
Additional funding is provided by Koo and Patricia Ewan for the Ewan Foundation, committed to bridging cultural differences in our communities. Sandra and Carl DeLay Magnuson, Rose Herschel and Andy Shreves, Robert and Susan Rosenbaum, Charles Hamawi through the Charles Hamawi Fund, Steve and Marilyn Kerman, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
You're watching PBS.
Washington Week, where trusted journalism meets in-depth analysis. In an era where news is fast and fragmented, you count on Washington Week with The Atlantic for thoughtful, in-depth discussions of the top stories from our nation's capital. Moderator Jeffrey Goldberg leads a panel of seasoned journalists to dissect the most crucial political developments, helping you make sense of both domestic policies and global affairs. This unique formula is why Washington Week is the longest-running news and public affairs series on television. Whatever the week's news headlines bring, you know you can turn to PBS for the information you need to be an informed citizen. It's no wonder PBS is the #1 trusted news source in America. And it's your support that makes it possible. Visit us online or call the number on your screen to invest in this PBS station, a true community resource. And when you do, consider becoming an ongoing monthly sustainer. As a sustainer, you'll know you're supporting trusted commercial-free programming for you, your family, and the entire community. And the impact of your support will be felt all year long. If you prefer, you can also show your generous support by making an annual contribution. Your contribution ensures that you, your family, and your friends and neighbors continue to have access to the news and information you have come to rely on from this PBS station. And when you make a qualifying donation, you can take advantage of an exclusive member benefit, PBS Passport. With the PBS app or online, you can stream documentaries from Ken Burns and American Experience, impactful programs like Frontline, Finding Your Roots, favorites like All Creatures Great and Small and Antiques Roadshow, and so much more. So go online or reach out to the number on your screen to make your investment in this PBS station right now. Your support also helps ensure that future generations have access to the same high standards of journalism that we value today. Visit this station online or reach out to the number on your screen to help preserve this important institution of journalism for you, your family, and the community. Any amount makes a difference, and it is so very appreciated. Thank you.
Nothing goes as deep into your soul as music.
Good time never seems so good.
Every day with Ozarks Public Television, you experience the extraordinary. From nature to great performances to masterpiece and more. Your year-end support today will assure that OPT has the resources to keep the doors open to our amazing world every day of the year. You can make your tax-deductible contribution now at optv.org. And thank you.
For more than 30 years, I've helped PBS viewers experience new destinations and cultures through programs like Rick Steves' Europe. Travel broadens our horizons. It helps us learn more about shared humanity and makes us better citizens. Help ensure that future public television audiences experience programming that educates, informs, and enlightens by making a gift to this station through your will, your trust, or your retirement plan. Do it today. Thanks and happy travels.
Missouri is a very unique state. It truly is where the eastern forest meets the prairies. Missouri is a great place for the outdoors, is a great place for people who love the outdoors.
Ozarks Public Television is proud to be a part of the Missouri State University community and congratulates everyone participating in the fall commencement ceremonies on December 12th. Information at missouristate.edu/commencement.
The Community Foundation of the Ozarks and its 55 affiliates form a network of philanthropy that supports donors, nonprofits, and communities through its mission to improve the quality of life for everyone in our region. I'm Annie McGregor, the CFO's Chair Emeritus, and I'm proud of the CFO's legacy of promoting generosity across the Ozarks, now from our new headquarters at 300 South Jefferson in downtown Springfield. For more information, visit cfozarks.org.
Get ready for the We Hearts Public Television Telethon. Jamie Lee Curtis, Ziggy Marley, Lily Tomlin, Martha Plimpton, Noel Paul Stuckey, Bill Nye, David Foster and Catherine McPhee, Rick Steves, Henry Louis Gates Jr., Nicholas Ralph, Ken Burns. So many incredible folks are coming together to celebrate public television.
Thank you.
Saturday night at 8:30 on Ozarks Public Television. You're watching Ozarks Public Television.
This program was made possible in part by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.